Viewers, I want to speak to you on a matter that I have only spoken of in detail once in my life. I'm going to speak on it in hopes that it will help my viewers understand why I have allowed my heart to become so invested emotionally and my head so deeply in the loss, whether through disappearance or death, that children are harmed. When I was a teenager, and as an aside, let me say, because I am speaking stream of consciousness, not scripted. I feel free to speak on this now because all interested parties who were adults at the time in the 1960s are now deceased. When I was a teenager, my older brother and his wife had a baby girl named Lynn. She was still in diapers, a toddler. They had an older son and an older daughter, the older daughter is still living, my niece. And she is the only one with whom I have spoken of this in detail once she became an adult. My brother, the poet, suffered terribly from depression. His wife was a drug addict. One day, my mother received a call from my brother that baby Lynn had drowned in the bathtub. The story that was told and accepted by law enforcement was that my brother's wife had placed Lynn into the bathtub, shallow water, and something had distracted my brother's wife, and she left Lynn in the bathtub unattended, and that when she returned a few minutes later, Eva Lynn was not alive. My brother's wife claimed that Eva Lynn must have climbed out of the bathtub onto the commode, lost her tiny toddler footing, and fallen back into the bathtub, hitting her head, rendering her unconscious, and that she had fallen face first into the bathtub water and drowned. My brother lived years afterwards, married again, fell in love again years later, and found peace at the end of his life. By the way, my brother was at work when this happened. He was never the same. My mother, although I only heard her address it once. My mother always believed that my brother's wife killed Eva Lynn, my niece, whose funeral I attended as a teenager. And I have seen 2 photographs of my little niece. After her death, she had a black eye. My mother and my brother both went to their graves, believing that my niece, Eva Lynn, a little baby, who was left unattended by her neglectful mother, was not left unattended. They both went to their graves believing that the baby's mother took her life. And I tell this truth from my family so that those of you who do not grasp the depth of my dedication to those such as Michael Monkey Vaughn, Summer Moon Utah Wells, Angel Nicole Overstreet, Emma Sweet, Harmony Montgomery, Kennedy Hoyle, Evelyn Boswell, and others. Perhaps now you will understand, and the callousness of your hearts will be softened by the balm of Gilead, provided by God Himself. My little niece is buried in the same old Ozark Country Hills cemetery as my father, my mother, my brother, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, my grandparents. My brother is buried right next to his beautiful daughter, right next to my mother and my father, in an old place called Galatia, an old church built in the 1800s that still stands, with a wood-burning heat stove and outdoor toilets. Eva Lynn, precious little girl, thank you for finally giving your Aunt Susie the courage to speak out on your behalf. And I know right now that you are with your grandma, your grandpa, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, rest in peace forever, darling. Aunt Susie loves you, Eva Lynn. Thank you for listening, viewers. This has been Lip Lock No More.